They came from Central Asia, but changed the soul of India forever. For over 3 centuries, this dynasty of emperors, artists, and visionaries presided over a remarkable era of creation. This is the Mughal Empire, cultural fusion, and architectural marvels. Our story begins on the vast windswept steppes of Central Asia, a land of nomadic empires and shifting sands. It was here in this crucible of cultures where the formidable legacies of Timur, also known as Tamerlane, and the legendary Genghis Khan converged and intertwined. From this potent lineage, a new star arose. Babur, a descendant carrying the blood of conquerors. He was at first a king without a kingdom, a ruler dispossessed of his ancestral lands, forced to wander and dream of reclaiming his birthright. With an ambitious gaze, he looked south, beyond the towering mountains, towards the riches and opportunities of Hindustan. In the fateful year of 1526, Babur's meticulously trained and disciplined army, a force honed by years of conflict, armed with the revolutionary power of gunpowder weapons, a technology that would reshape warfare, decisively defeated the Sultan of Delhi on the historic field of Panipat, a victory that would alter the course of Indian history. With this triumph, he laid the foundations for a new empire, one that would soon become synonymous with grandeur and cultural fusion. But India, in all its vibrant complexity, was initially alien and bewildering to Babur, a land vastly different from the familiar steppes. He faced constant rebellion from those who resisted his rule, challenges to his authority at every turn. The unfamiliar culture, with its intricate customs and traditions, presented a constant source of both fascination and frustration. And many of his followers, longing for their homeland, felt homesick and yearned for the familiar landscapes they had left behind. Yet, through sheer force of will, unwavering determination, and a poetic vision that saw beyond the immediate challenges, Babur persevered, laying the very first stones of a dynasty that would come to define an era. This dynasty would ultimately transform India, leaving an indelible mark on its art, architecture, and culture for centuries to come. Babur's empire, though hard-won, was fragile. Its foundations were not yet deeply rooted in the Indian subcontinent. The future of the Mughal dynasty hung precariously in the balance. His son Humayun, a man of intellect and refinement, was more scholar than soldier. He possessed a thoughtful nature, inclined towards books and learning. He ultimately lost the throne, succumbing to the challenges and rivalries that plagued his reign. Humayun was forced into exile, a painful and humbling experience for the once powerful emperor. In Persia, under the protection of the Safavid dynasty, Humayun absorbed the heights of Persian art, immersing himself in its rich traditions and exquisite details. He also studied Persian architecture, marveling at its grandeur, its ornate designs, and its innovative use of space. This exposure profoundly impacted him, transforming his worldview and shaping his future vision for the Mughal Empire. With Persian military support, a powerful alliance forged in mutual interest, he triumphantly reclaimed Delhi in 1555, restoring Mughal rule after years of hardship and struggle. He brought with him Persian artists and architects, skilled artisans eager to contribute their talents. These individuals would spark a cultural fusion, blending Persian aesthetics with Indian traditions. Humayun's journey through loss and adversity, a period marked by immense challenges, and his period of intense learning in Persia, absorbing new ideas and perspectives, set the stage for a unique and enduring synthesis of Indian and Persian traditions in art and architecture. The Mughal hallmark of blending cultures, a defining characteristic of their reign, was born from his struggles, a testament to his resilience and vision. The fusion of these two great cultures was about to begin, ushering in a new era of artistic and architectural innovation. Humayun's early death left the throne to his teenage son, Akbar. Akbar expanded the empire, but his genius was in governance. He abolished the jizya tax, reorganized administration, and promoted religious tolerance. His court became a center of debate and learning, where scholars of all faiths gathered. Akbar's open-mindedness and reforms earned him the title Akbar the Great. Akbar's quest for truth was a lifelong pursuit, and this led to the creation of the Din-e-Ilahi, a unique and somewhat controversial spiritual system. It was a syncretic spiritual path, carefully crafted for his inner circle, designed to foster understanding and harmony. Beyond religion, he also established the Tasvir Khana, a royal workshop where Indian and Persian artists collaborated, blending their skills and traditions, and ultimately created the distinctive Mughal miniature style. Akbar's court was alive with music, a vibrant hub of artistic expression, art, showcasing the talents of artists from across the empire, and intellectual debate, fostering a culture of learning and open-mindedness. And he built Fatehpur Sikri, a testament to his grand vision, a magnificent city that embodied his vision of cultural synthesis, a place where different traditions could coexist and thrive. Its architecture beautifully blended Islamic, Hindu, and Jain elements, reflecting Akbar's dream of unity and harmony across his diverse empire. Even today, Fatehpur Sikri stands as a powerful symbol of a united culture, a lasting legacy of Akbar's reign. In Akbar's workshops, Mughal miniature painting was born, a fusion of Persian elegance and Indian vibrancy. Artists like Basawan and Daswant brought depth and emotion to their work, creating a new visual language. These paintings depicted court life, epics, and nature, serving as both art and historical record. The Mughal style was a conversation between cultures, rendered in breathtaking detail. Miniatures became a visual chronicle of the empire's passions and beliefs. Jahangir, Akbar's son, was a connoisseur and naturalist. He documented the natural world in his diary and demanded scientific accuracy from his artists. Ustad Mansur's lifelike animal portraits became valuable records. Under Jahangir, art shifted to intimate, symbolic portraits and nature studies. Gardens, animals, and plants became central motifs, reflecting the emperor's love for the natural world. Jahangir's reign marked a new era of observation and realism in Mughal art. As Jahangir's health declined, his wife Noor Jahan became the real power in the empire. She issued edicts, appeared on coins, and led troops, unprecedented for a woman of her time. Noor Jahan was a patron of architecture, commissioning the marble tomb of Itimat-ud-Dola, a forerunner to the Taj Mahal. Her influence proved that power and artistry were not just the domain of emperors. The Mughals created gardens as earthly paradises, using the Charbagh design, four-part layouts with flowing water. These gardens symbolized paradise, blending geometry, water engineering, and lush planting. From Kashmir's terraced gardens to Agra's tomb gardens, these spaces were settings for courtly life and spiritual reflection. Mughal gardens remain a perfect blend of architecture and nature. Shah Jahan, the architect king, ushered in the golden age of Mughal architecture. He favored white marble and built Shah Jahanabad with the Red Fort at its heart. His buildings featured graceful arches, floral patterns, and ethereal forms. Shah Jahan's reign was a symphony in stone, culminating in his most famous creation. At the center stood a monument to love itself. The Taj Mahal, a mausoleum for Shah Jahan's beloved Mumtaz Mahal, is the world's most famous symbol of love. Its perfect symmetry, marble inlay, and changing colors make it a masterpiece of Indian, Persian, and Islamic styles. The four minarets lean outward for safety, and intricate pied-to-dur work covers every surface. Myths abound, but the Taj's true legacy is its fusion of grandeur and delicate craftsmanship. It remains the ultimate expression of Mughal artistry. Mughal design shaped daily life, not just palaces. Caravanserais, stepwells, and hammams blended utility with beauty, serving travelers and communities. Red sandstone and white marble became the empire's visual signature. Even practical structures were crafted with elegance, reflecting the Mughal belief that beauty belonged everywhere. Their architecture touched every corner of society. The Mughal court was a melting pot of languages: Persian for administration, and Urdu, a blend of Hindi, Persian, and Turkic for daily life. Literature flourished with poets and historians like Abul Fazl and Rahim creating enduring works. Calligraphy was revered, adorning mosques, tombs, and manuscripts with flowing script. The art of writing became a visual expression of faith and power. The Mughal era left a rich literary and artistic legacy. Music thrived in the Mughal court, blending Persian and Indian traditions into Hindustani classical music. Akbar's legendary musician Tansen created new ragas and refined the Drupad style. Courtly gatherings featured sitar, sarod, tabla, and sarangi, with music tied to time and season. Mughal patronage created a golden age of music that still resonates today. The Mughal vision was realized by master craftsmen in imperial workshops. They produced everything from carpets and jewelry to marble inlay and metalwork, setting new standards of artistry. Cities like Agra and Jaipur still carry these traditions, with skills passed down through generations. The Mughals nurtured a culture of excellence that endures in India's crafts today. Mughal influence shaped daily life, fashion, food, and etiquette. Styles like the sherwani and elaborate turbans spread from court to commoners. Mughlai cuisine, with its rich spices and dishes like biryani and korma, became beloved across the subcontinent. The empire's customs, festivals, and refined manners created a sophisticated urban culture. Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan's son, was a devout, austere ruler focused on military expansion and religious orthodoxy. He reversed Akbar's policies of tolerance, reimposed the jizya tax, and waged costly wars in the Deccan. His reign saw the empire reach its largest size, but also sowed seeds of discontent and decline. The era of cultural fusion gave way to conflict and fragmentation. After Aurangzeb's death, weak successors and civil wars fractured the empire. Regional powers like the Marathas and Sikhs rose, while the British East India Company exploited the chaos. The pivotal Battle of Plassey marked the British ascendancy. By 1857, the Mughal emperor was a figurehead and the dynasty was formally abolished. 3 centuries of rule ended, but the Mughal legacy endured. Even under British rule, Mughal aesthetics shaped India's architecture. The Indo-Saracenic style fused British forms with Mughal domes, arches, and motifs. Landmarks like the Victoria Memorial and Gateway of India blend European and Mughal elements. The Mughal architectural DNA continued to shape India's landscape. The Mughal legacy is alive in modern India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. The Taj Mahal, Red Fort, Urdu language, and Mughlai cuisine are daily reminders of their influence. Mughal motifs appear in art, music, and festivals, enriching the region's cultural fabric. Their heritage of synthesis and artistry defines South Asia's diversity. The Mughals matter because they were synthesizers, bridges between worlds. Their empire fostered cultural fusion, producing art, architecture, and music that transcended boundaries. Their story challenges simplistic narratives, reminding us that cultures are fluid and interconnected. To understand the Mughals is to understand the vibrant tapestry of South Asia. The Mughal Empire was a meeting place of ideas, colors, and visions. Their monuments are storytellers. Their legacy a powerful echo in South Asian culture. The true immortality of the Mughals lies in the culture they created and left behind. Subscribe to Crazy Color Facts for more cinematic dives into the past.